Welcome to the show today, baby. This your boy Jimbo Dean, aka Jimbo Slice, aka Jimmy Obama. And you can call me any one of those you want. But please do not call me no damn New Orleans Saints fan. This is Pound for Pound ATL, and it's time for your boy to dig into that secondary. Yes, sir. AJ Terrell, got my eye on you. But before I get into that, man, I like to say rest in peace to the great coach, the legendary coach from Florida State, Bowden. Hey, look here, man. Great person. Got my ring on today from high school. Before we went out on the field to play that game, that state championship game, the legendary coach came into our locker room and talked to us, man. Gave us a great not even a motivational speech. He just wanted to let us know to go out there and play some good football so he can see some good football being played in his stadium at the time back in 2003. And I had the pleasure in my life to meet him twice. He was recruiting a lot of players from my high school, so he came down to the school, had dinner with us and everything. And then that same year, we went up there to play in the state championship game. He talked to us before the game. And I tell you what, man, after he got done talking, I was ready to run through a brick wall. And I wish he was recruiting me, but he wasn't. I wasn't that good. I was all right, but I wasn't that good. But rest in peace to the legendary coach, Bowden, great man, great person. When he got that ring and he gave us a speech before it was outstanding. I just felt good. I was just in awe of the guy, you know. Anyway, but rest in peace, legendary coach. Changed a lot of people's lives. I just wanted to get that out there. Anyways, but hey, let's get to this secondary, man. Let's get to it. Okay, look here. This secondary finna have to show up and they finna have to show out. It just ain't no questions. It's not running around it. Okay, we can't get around that. The weak spot on our defense for the Atlanta Falcons this year, well, last year anyways, was the secondary. This group is really gonna have to stand out. This group is really gonna have to show up. Now, I'm gonna put it like this: a good secondary feeds off a good defensive line. Vice versa, a good defensive line feeds off a good secondary, right? So it's just such thing as called as a coverage sack. That's when the secondary cover for so long and allow the lineman, defensive lineman, whoever rushing, to finally get there and get a sack because nobody was open. We ain't have one of them last year, I don't think. I really don't believe we had one of those last year. I went back and watched the New Orleans Saints game, both of them, and I went back and watched the Kansas City Chiefs game. Man, look here. That Kansas City Chiefs game, the secondary played decent. And we almost won that game. Believe it or not, we almost beat the Super Bowl champ. AJ Terrell, we was one drop interception away. AJ Terrell, got to capitalize on that. So I hope he don't got in over the offseason, he don't got on that jug machine. And he's going to try to, make sure he catches all the balls, because there's only one bad. It's nothing really good coming out of dropping interception, but lost games. You're gonna lose the game if you can't capitalize on those. So I hope he's been working on that this offseason. And I think AJ Terrell is gonna flourish his second year with the Atlanta Falcons. I really do. Coming out of camp right now, highlights I done seen, the way he's looked like he done improved on his footwork, his hand, eye coordination. I think the guy's gonna be good this year. Bar none. Not just because he's on my team. I believe in that kid. And boy, we made a good pick. It's something like we made a good pick. But I'm gonna put it like this, man. You got to be excited about him in D&P's offense. You got to be excited about that whole secondary in D&P's offense. And I'm gonna say it from this standpoint. When D&P was last at DC with the Tennessee Titans, they finished 8th best third down defense at 36.3% in stopping people on third down. Now that's the key. That's the key. Your secondary is gonna have to be able to stop people on third down. And with D&P's defense and him proving in the past that he can stop people on third down, let me know that this secondary is finna come along very well. I really do believe that. So with an AJ Terrell and with a Fourier Olakun, so the secondary, you got an AJ Terrell, Fabian Monroe. I'm gonna wait on you, but I'm gonna see. But you came from you got brought over here for a reason. It's something you can do that D&P's them like that brought you over here. So I'm excited to see what really comes out of that. In that linebacker group, we got covering linebackers. Fourier, Michael Walker, Deion Jones. They can cover really good. They can cover. They fast. We know this. And then on that defensive line, you got the almighty Grady Jarrett, and then you got Dante Fowler Jr. Get on the train. And then the blitzes and all that stuff that finna come out of that. I really do believe that This secondary is finna be better off our front eight. And what you say about that, Jim? The rush is gonna be created, so they don't have to cover that long. Like I said, a secondary best friend is the defensive line. If the defensive line can get there and cause the quarterback to do improvised throws or bad throws or just make throws in a hurry because he's being rushed, the secondary is on or something. That alone can make the secondary better. Now, stopping people on third down is what DPs thrive off of. You got to get off the field. And when you're stopping people on third down, that's telling me that secondary is in sync with what you're trying to do. Because on third down, there's no question about it. If the down and distance ain't that long, they throwing the ball. You got to get off the field on third down. So that telling me this year we're gonna have some coverage sacks this year. Because look, 30 at the last time the DPs was the defensive coordinator, they were 8th best in the league in third down defense. Don't get no better than that. It get better than that, but only 7 more other people were better than you, and I'm pretty sure they weren't that much. You was top 10 in stopping people on third down. That tell me that defensive coordinator and that secondary is in sync because they throwing the ball. Secondary got to get us off the field on third down. And with DPs in there, this is it, man. Fabian Monroe, Richard Grant, Eric Harris, Harmon. I see these guys eating off that defensive line and just getting better from the blitzes and stuff that DP's going to create for them. They ain't going to have to cover that long. Last year, they had to cover forever. People end up wide open. Wide open. You wonder where everybody at. Wide open. Defensive line not getting there. Blitz not getting there. This year, the blitz and the defensive line going to get there. That alone going to make the secondary better. AJ Terrell going to turn that corner getting better. I'm ready to see what Fabian Monroe going to do. I'm ready to see what Sheffield going to do. Darren Hall, rookie. Ready to see what you going to do. You going to play. Look here, man. I'm ready to, and with these guys starting to come along, I heard coming out of camp, they come along faster than they thought. And that's what when me and Mike made that camp expectation video, that's kind of what I wanted out of the secondary. I wanted to hear. I ain't want to see all the interceptions. I don't care about all the, fumble recovery calls and fumble. I ain't care about none of that. I wanted to hear that they were getting a grasp of DP's defense and they'll be ahead of the game. And I got that. I heard that. They told me that. The coaches told me that. They are way ahead of faster than they thought they would be, which is outstanding, man. The secondary is going to have to fly around, be in position, know your role, know the playbook. Do not be scared to guard the other team. Do not lose to a wide receiver or a tight end or a running back coming out of the backfield off a pre-snap. That's what I got out of them 3 games I watched yesterday. The Saints, I watched both of the Saints game and the Kansas City Chiefs game. And I swear to y'all, this Jimbo Slice coming straight at you. We was beat 53% of the time. We were beat pre-snap. Before the ball even snapped, the Saints offense and the Chiefs offense had us beat. Not too much for the Chiefs because that rush was getting there. Not too much, but if that rush wouldn't have got there, they would beat pre-snap before it even started. You say, what's that pre-snap, Jim? Well, you got certain people like Isaiah Oliver guarding somebody on the island. You don't want that. You don't want that. Some people gonna get in the comments and it's all good, but it just pre-snap. The way stuff was pre-snapped and the way they was aligned, the way they went into motion, and they got us before the ball was even snapped. In the Saints game, there's no way that quarterback for the Saints Hill should have been doing what he did. Threw his first touchdown of his career against us. Somebody was wide open, come across the middle, pre-snap. We was already done. He knew where he was going with the ball, pre-snap, and there were no adjustments made. It was base defense, cover 3 and base zones. We played that so much I got tired of seeing it. I guarantee you ain't gonna see this. I guarantee you ain't gonna see it this year with DPs. You're not finna see a cover 3 in a base zone majority of the game, first half and second half, and not adjusting to the motion and not adjusting to personnel. If you got somebody that can't guard somebody, they don't need to be on somebody. If that makes sense. If you know Isaiah Oliver cannot guard a Tariq Hill, he don't need to be on. He don't need to be on him. Period. If you know Sheffield cannot guard, if you know Sheffield can't guard, who they, Nico Hartman. Don't have Sheffield on Nico Hartman. You know that's a matchup nightmare. Base zone, cover 3, you can get caught up like that. So pre-snap, we was getting whooped. And that's not going to happen this year. So the secondary already got a better advantage already this year. They not going to start off pre-snap already beat. I'm pretty sure they not. Your man personal skill set, I'm going to have somebody that got almost a similar skill set to your guy. So that competition can be almost equal, and I'm not beat before the ball even snap. That's just not the way it's going to go this year. I don't see that. Secondary already better solely off of that. Third down. It's going to be a play call on third down by DPs that we know this secondary can thrive and stop. Third down, 8th best when he was at the Tennessee Titans. So he's going to put him in position to be a better secondary just solely off his play calling. That's 2 things. Play calling, pre-snap. Secondary is already better. You got to be excited about that. You guys are not behind it. Your guys is not coming out there lining up behind the 8 ball off rip. Not with DP. And then you got athletic guys like AJ Terrell and Richie Grant and Eric Harris and Harmon. That's going to be playing good. And I like that. And we're solely missing the point on how far behind that defense was last year, the secondary was last year. Missing the point. So far behind the 8 ball. So far behind being innovative on stopping somebody. So far behind pre-snap before the ball ain't snapped, you're beaten. You don't even know it. So far behind for making adjustments. So far behind for blitzing and helping the pass rush get there so the secondary don't have to block, don't have to cover that long. Because I don't care who you are. You can't not cover nobody for no 8, 9, 10 seconds. That's impossible. It's impossible. You can't do it. So with that being said, with the pressure that he's gonna create, secondary is better. The way he's gonna line them up and how he's gonna line them up against personnel from a week-to-week basis, the secondary is already better. Staying in the same defense, that's not gonna happen. Defense is gonna the secondary is gonna be switched up, moved around. You're gonna see people playing different positions, different spots week to week. Secondary already done got better. And then you got an AJ Terrell who's finna turn that corner his second year, and he just finna be a playmaker. He's finna thrive on third down. Remember I said that. Pass breakups, interception, guy just not open, getting the sack, third down, getting us off the field, putting that ball in Matt Ryan them hands, and let's see what Arthur Smith gonna do when he get ready to call them plays. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see what Fabian Monroe gonna do. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see Richard Grant hit somebody, knock that block off. Cannot wait. Okay, AJ Terrell started in 14 games last year. 14. Good. 1 interception. He dropped 2 or 3. Got to capitalize on the big AJ. Got to do that. And I think you've been on that jug machine catching them ball. I think he's going to do that this year. I think he ain't going to drop them. 7 pass defenses. 3 forced fumbles. Great job. 74 combo tackles and 61 solo tackles. 13 assists. He had 3 tackles for loss. So he back there in the backfield. 1 quarterback hit. Not bad. Not bad for a rookie. That's a solid rookie season, especially when you drop 2 or 3 interceptions and one of them that could have beat the Chiefs. So I don't see him dropping over this year. Shout out to AJ Terrell. Hey, look, man. I'm gonna dig more deeper into this secondary. Try to get a more of a grasp on them and how I think they're gonna be better this year. But I just gave y'all a couple three things that's gonna make them better just off rip. They are already better. They are already better be off the defensive line and the blitzes that's going to be created so they don't have to cover that long. They are already better because they ain't going to be in the same base defense zone and cover 3 the whole game. They're going to be moved around. Personnel going to be personnel. They are already better. You got to understand they are already better. Simply off of just changing of the defensive coordinator, this secondary is already better. Now they just got to go out there and beat athletes. They taller this year. They faster this year. And they stronger this year. Let's not get it twisted. 2 safeties we had last year was the same height as me. I might have been taller than one of them. We got to worry about height and length in the secondary no more. We got 6-foot guys now. Huh? What's up? We needed that. They already better off of that. look for big things with this secondary next year, man. So I'm just digging into it. Watched a couple of games last night, and I just thought I'd be talking about the secondary. I'm a secondary guy, so I'm a secondary guy over here at Pound ATL. They look forward to me, look for me to give them some answers. And I don't really drop too many. I mean, I look at the numbers, but understand these 3 games that I looked at last night, I got a good feeling on why the secondary was not good last year, and it was not because of them. It was not because of the players solely. It was being beat pre-snap, no pressures being created, so they covered too long, people wide open. This stuff is gonna change. Making adjustments. This stuff is gonna change. They're not gonna stay in the same thing the whole game. This stuff changed. So that alone just made this secondary better next year. And I cannot wait to see it. It's gonna be outstanding. Because AJ Terrell is gonna flourish in this defense. And I cannot wait to see it. Oh, hey, look at man. Shout out to JR. Shout out to Toby D. Shout out to Big Mike at Mercedes-Benz Stadium practice. Boys were looking good. Pretty face. Boys happy. They was out there watching their team practice. I live in Colorado, as all y'all know. But if I ain't lived so far away, I would have been there with my guys. But they already know what time it is. Man, y'all like, share, and subscribe. We got more coming. The season is among us. And let's get ready to watch some Atlanta Falcons football. Let's get ready to have some fun. Let's get ready to cheer on our team and watch. This secondary going to be way better than they was last year. Just off change defensive coordinator. That's what y'all wanted to hear. Jimbo Slice just gave it to you. All righty. Look forward to talking to y'all later on. Get ready for that live show. Watch out for some more stuff these guys got coming up. JR and Toby D and Mike got content coming. And we're going to be here, man. Whole season. Let's have some fun. Let's watch these Atlanta Falcons play some real good football. And let's get some W's, baby. Just win. Your boy Jimbo Slice is out. Adios.